$330 million. What is it worth to you? It can buy you 10,000 nice cars, 1,000 nice houses. That is the amount that flows in US markets every second. That's $100 million almost in a blink of an eye. But only 17% of the Americans have trading accounts. If you look at some of the powerful economies, it ranges from 1.4% in India to 3.5% people in China putting money in stock markets. Technology and internet is changing the world. Smartphones are growing at an astronomical pace. 1.8 billion people will have smartphones by the end of 2014. 50% of the global population is using smartphones, mobile phones. In India, a country where I originally came from, there are more smartphones than toilets. 95% of the people sleep with their phones. 91% of Americans always have mobile to their access 24/7. And you know what is more interesting? 1 out of 3 Americans will rather give up their sex life than their phones. Really? But if you look at it, the stock market has been growing at more than 10% every year in the last 20 years. But America, interest is going low. Since 2007, people are not engaged in the markets. What is the problem? Why is that? There are some myths. The market is rigged. You guys read the Flash Boys, right? There's some fear. People talk about it is too complex. It is too technical. It is only for the big boys and gals with big money. It's not for me. There's a fear of unknown. There's a fear to fail. Technology and internet is changing the world today. There are more things connected in internet today than the number of people living in this world. Well, can this age, the new generation of technology, usher in an interest in people to get back to markets? Can it engage them again? Let's start with how I got engaged and my journey. I was born in a very remote area, a village in India, where there was no power, no proper water. Education was a privilege. We had to fight to make our ends meet. My father worked very hard to give us a life to bring us to a nearby city close to Calcutta, one of the big cities in India. Everything was going okay till one day we found out that he had liver cancer. My father died. He was hospitalized for a year and a half. We spent a lot of money, which was a lot in those times. We could not save him. And when I was cremating my father on a New Year's Eve, I made this promise to myself, I am going to make a difference. I'm going to live a life, secure my financial future for my loved ones, and do something that will truly change the world. My mother took that opportunity and brought us up. With just $100 a month, she created value for me and my brother. She took a challenge and made an opportunity. That's when the entrepreneur in me was born. Entrepreneurship is not about how much money you have. It is about what value you create for other people when you take a challenge and make it an opportunity. One of the things that happened to me those days was I eliminated my fear to fail. I was willing to take on risk. I was willing to explore the world. And I struggled. I got education. I got attracted to a lot of new things. I figured out the world. People came first in my life, then technology. While through my journey and finance and technology, I landed up in Wall Street with only few $100s in my pocket. Wall Street, the most iconic market in global capitalism. I was intrigued. I was overwhelmed. The circuits, the graphs, the green, the reds, people running, the sound of the bells was making me nervous. I was thinking it's surreal. But what I realized is the technology that I was writing, the system that I was working for, actually had much more meaning than just being technology. It was impacting people's lives. Somebody's retirement funds, somebody's money that they saved for their kids' education, it had a lot more meaning. I happened to come to Chicago. Some of you have seen the movie Float. One of my good friends was a float trader. Chicago is another city that has seen transition in online trading from the pit to the pad. In 80s and 90s, there were float traders. We were the capital of derivative exchanges in the world. We had 3 major exchanges, CBOE, CME, Chicago Stock Exchange. People used to joke that time, more money flows through LaSalle Street than Wall Street. But they were based on few fundamental concepts. Those exchanges tried to create liquidity. They had people create a competitive environment on the floor so that capitalism can grow, capital can grow. But the access was given to only a small number of people, which was exclusive. The floor used to look like this. 9,000 skip traders on the floor fighting for a prize. They used to put $30,000, $50,000, $60,000 at stake. Their houses, their family. They had game-changing days, good days, bad days, life-changing days. If you're not there at 8:30 or when the market starts, you lose out on opportunity. But access was only for few people. Imagine it cost about $3 million to buy a seat in an exchange to trade. If you want to rent it out, it costs few $1,000s for you to go there and trade. Then what happened? Technology came in. The whole electronic era came in. Computers was making it easy for you. It widened the access. It gave people an opportunity to figure the markets out. Float trading was becoming history. In 2012, New York Board of Trade closed after 140 years operation of open outcry. Technology was taking over trading. What was so complex only for some people, it was breaking down to people like us, common people. And it gave efficiency. It gave transparency. When you used to call a broker and put an order, they used to run with these tickets on paper, make a trade happen. It was available to you with one click of a mouse, creating an impact, creating a change. When I was in Chicago working on a project, I got a call from the co-founders of TEDxIIT and tradeMONSTER. Do you want to create a difference? Do you want to change the world? I was like, what is this? But the mission was, we want to empower people with the tools anywhere, anytime. True computers had come in, but you could only trade with big computers on the desktops, sit somewhere, and technology was not always cheap. It appealed to me from my background. I fought hard in my life. People mattered to me. Making a change to people matters to me. So the company started, it was only in one small room with a very less capital. But it was engaging, enthralling for me that I want to write technology that impacts people, can make the access anywhere, anytime, give you a trading power. You have the right to control your money. Nobody controls your financial future more than you do. We started working. After a few years of building a team, in 2008, we launched the first streaming browser-based trading platform, which gives people access anywhere, anytime. It was a lot of hard work. I shared the jokes with my team. There was 4 months before the system launched. We worked every Saturday, Sunday. We used to take showers in the gym. People used to come to work on Sundays, and if they take a half day off on Monday, I used to ask them, how was your vacation? They used to think, is there a crazy boss than mine? But that's how we built the passion. And when I was building through this, we changed that. I was having lunch on a Monday with one of my colleagues, great friend that I made at work. He told me this story when 1989, October 19th, the Black Monday, when stock market crashed historically in US. 23% in one day, more than 500 points. It was a failure in our history. My friend was in Amsterdam working on a project. There was 9% drop in the market the previous week, and the market was opening on Monday, anticipation that something will happen in New York and Chicago. He had to board a flight on Monday, a 9-hour flight from Amsterdam to Chicago. His whole life savings was in the stock market. Cell phones were not affordable. Internet was not there. He never felt so helpless and hopeless with his entire money was at stake. He did not know what to do. That made me think. When in 2011 and 12 mobile phones came up, history could have been rewritten if my friend had a mobile phone and accessible internet. Access to your money anywhere, anytime is very important. With 70% growth in tablets, we started working on mobile solution. Today, trading platforms are available on mobiles. What you could do in 4 or 5 desktops, you could do on an iPad. You could do on a mobile phone. You can scan the whole universe of option stocks, which is 8 billion or 10 billion data within a second on your phone, which is in your pocket. The power is in your hands, in your pockets. The power, what you want to do with your money. That was a big change. At the same time, it helps you to relax on the beach or on the rural area on a vacation. You can be traveling to a forest or a village or mountains, anywhere. But it's accessible to you. Think of the countries where cell phones came first, then landlines. Mobile phone is spreading everywhere. It is changing the world. Earlier, it was the desktop where you can connect from a public library or from airport. You did not need a computer. Today, you just need the device. What will the future look like? Let's imagine for a second. Wearables. You can actually have a trading platform on your wearables. Or you can drive your car, and actually the car has heads-up display that shows you your trades and makes you connected to the market. Maybe by that time, there'll be no drivers in the car. Or by 2020, it says, we'll move to aorta, always on real-time access. Our lives might be affected by robots, cleaning our dishes, doing our cooking, or even trading. There's a lot of possibility. Who knows? But the lessons that I learned from Wall Street to your street and the transition of trading, there are a few key things which are common. Being disciplined, ability to take calculated risks, try things out, and if it does not work, fail fast, holds true in anything you do, in a technology innovation, in investing, or anything else. Today, a lot of people are not entering markets because lack of education. We play 3 billion hours a week for video games. You know what is more exciting? 93 million people play Candy Crush every single day. Can't we take a little time to use a trading game, gamification that appeals a sense of achievement to us, and educate ourselves to empower ourselves to attain our goals? Give us a chance. There is fake money. You can try with fake money. There's virtual money. There's so much tools. Internet and technology has made it available to you, always with you. People carry cell phones, their wallet, which is money, and keys all the time. Why don't you carry the power with you and educate you to make a change? So in the evolution of technology, how it has changed the trading industry from Wall Street to your street, how it has helped give you an option to empower yourself to create a difference or good financial future for your loved ones. Adopt the tools, technology, motivate yourself, educate yourself. Or from my story, from an humble beginning, remote street in India, to my journey to Wall Street, there is one common theme: the ability and willingness to change. Technology will come and go. It is not about just another app. It is not just about another device or a gadget. People will come and go. We will never be in this world forever. But this effort that we do to create an impact or impact a change will always be forever. Do not underestimate the power in you to change this world. Thank you.